Oh my goodness. Okay. I think everything is good now. Alright. My router's good. Everything about me is good. We chilling. We chilling. I forgot to get coffee. Oh well. I don't need coffee. I don't need no 2-bean soup. We good. We good. Oh my goodness. Brian Young's Battletech novels. I'm muted? Did you mute yourself, my friend? Did you mute me? Okay, you can hear you. Okay, Jason can hear me at least. All right, neat. Brian Young's BattleTech novels. Nope. Although those are good. Those are very good. See, what you're going to learn about me, Jason. I'm a purveyor of the terrible. I am a purveyor of the terrible. I love looking for bad things on purpose. That's why this segment today is called Bad Bites. I love reading horrible, awful, trashy things. So I need to stop stalling. we just need to do. What up, y'all? This is Bite the Robot coming at you again with another segment of Bad Bites. What's up? How y'all doing? You now join me in my apartment. And we're gonna read some trash today. Oh my goodness. Brain Rot Ultra from Nerdle Incorporated. Yep. That's exactly what we're gonna be doing today. And you know what? I'm not sorry. Alright, but let's see. I need to actually like scooch myself over real quick. Scooch myself over. I'm gonna grab the fanfic window, except it's not showing up because I'm an idiot. Let's see. Uh-oh, there it is. Window jump scare. And we are now going to size the window down a little. But only a little. Whatever's clever. There we go. Let me move this one over just a bit. But yes, you're going to see that I am a purveyor of the terrible. And to me, reading awful fan fiction like this is hilarious. Especially the more cringe-inducing it is, because... And actually, just as a little bit of a side treat before we begin, allow me to show you guys the funniest book like cover that I've ever found. And this is just before I start reading the horrific brain rot that is Sonic High School, but I just need to show you guys the funniest book cover I've ever seen. Let's see. Yeah, it's by a guy named Chuck Tingle, and it's called Pounded in the Butt by My Own Butt. Yep, Chuck Tingle. There's also this one. Every time I see these covers, it makes my day. It's the funniest, some of the funniest shit I've seen in a while. Oh dear. All right. I just needed to share that because so far, that is the funniest book title that I've ever seen. All right. I actually should start reading what I'm supposed to be reading now. The Brain Rot Supreme. I mean, at least we aren't reading Chris Chan's shit. Yet. I'm saving that one for a special occasion, though. We aren't doing Sonichu just yet. We aren't doing Sonichu just yet. But eventually we might. Hang on, my servo's messed up again. There we go. The last Taco Tuesday. You wouldn't dare. I dare, sir. I started reading Tails Gets Trolled on here, but I didn't end up finishing it. Just because I know that Mr. Twitch and Mr. YouTube would probably hate my guts for it. I'm going to have no such reservations when we start Sonichu, though. That's for a different day, though. I've still got plenty of trash to get through before then, trust me. There's a lot. Should have seen my Halloween specials. Blech. Can we have a brain rot alarm? Oh, you do. It's called Monday. I'm going to rot your brain every Monday with trash. Because these fics are hilarious. All right, let's see. Let's actually go. We are now on chapter 7 of Sonic High School, called Teenage Women. We had front sex, whispered Espio at the people at his lunch table. Espio was at school in the lunchroom, and also was Tails and Knuckles and Charmy Bee and Vector too. I ejaculated from my penis into her body, but you bet you haven't done that. They had not done that. And I'm out. Well, if this is where you dip out, what the fuck? Yeah, I'm out. I'll come back in a bit. Later, dude. I told you we were gonna rot your brain. Oh, there's none of that. There's none of that that's going to be happening here. There's only pain. Let's see. Oh, wow, cool. You're the coolest after Sonic, said Tails, who was right there, so he didn't have to shout. It was not good to shout because this was supposed to be a secret. Tails did not hear the whole school talking about Espio's penis and balls like with Sonic in Chapter 1, but in a different way. Sex. Thank you for the in parenthesis sex. we really needed that clarification, author. Let's see. +1, Tails doesn't shout despite using exclamation marks. Yeah, speaking of Sonic, where is that gay bag? Said Vector, who was the captain of the school's football team. Vector was good at this because he was big and strong and had sharp teeth under his mouth. Under his mouth. Okay. Just kidding, said Vectors. Sonic is cool. I don't know, said Tails to Vector. Where Sonic was somewhere else, trying to find Amy, who was not at lunch. Was. Sonic was knocking on Amy's door at her house. Are you home? Said Sonic. Are you home? Is he Sheldon? Like, what is this? It was like Amy was not home because she was not opening the door. Sonic was worried about Amy because she was his only girlfriend, even if she denied his sex offer. You know, you have to put in an application for that shit. So he ran into the door and barged it down like it was made of nothing. Okay. Sonic was now in Amy's house. I mean, presumably, yes. Amy's house was really pink because that was Amy's color. Sonic looked around Amy's house for Amy, but Sonic could not find anyone. Sonic finally went into Amy's bedroom and opened the door up. +1, Sonic breaks into Amy's house. What Sonic saw next was not... What? What Sonic saw next was what he did not expect. Amy was there tied up on her bed with a thing in her mouth so she couldn't talk. Sonic did a scream. I don't know why I think that specifically is funny. How you doing, Naya Cat? There's more garbage being read today. Let's see. Sonic did a scream and ran over to Amy, who was looking at his with tears in her eyes. She looked sad and starved like African kids. Ayo, what? At least it's not the plebe one. Oh, man. That's true. If Jason were still here, he would see. If he was here for Star Kits, that would have been an adventure and a half. That was some true pain. I had to reformat my entire head hard drive for that after that one. Sonic united Amy. She sat up and cried into Sonic's arms. +11 for blatant racism, and Amy is bound and gagged. Someone who was going to do some kinky shit to her. You'll notice also that for this episode of Sonic High School, I switched to fanfic sins, because this site's hilarious with its commentary too. So sometimes the jokes just write themselves. It was awful, said Amy. He came into my room in the evening and tied me up on this bed and messed up the things in my room. Amy was right. Her room looked messy. So get a maid, said Sonic, always thinking about a solution to problems. I mean, why? You just rescued your girlfriend, Sonic, and the first thing you could tell her is that she should get a maid for her messy room. Bro, you suck as a boyfriend. Let's see, always thinking about a solution to problems. Who tied you up? Who was it? Be calm, Amy. Be calm, Amy. Calm down and talk to me. I don't think that's gonna make her calm. Sonic patted Amy on the back to help her. I sure remember all the times a maid has stopped me from being abducted. Oh no. It was Shadow. I saw him outside his house. Wait, I saw him outside his house next door with a machine gun and a sword, going in his house to kill his mom, and he saw me. I knew I saw him, so he tied me up like a brigand. At least we know that Amy is Shakespearean. Like a brigand. Amy said all of this. Sonic was shocked that Amy said this to him. He remembered now that in the other part when Shadow said he was going to kill his mom, but no one thought about it more than once because Shadow was always a bad guy. What they didn't realize was that Shadow was serious. Okay, it was him. Oh, my cat wants to come join. What's up? Want to come say hi? Come say hi to the audience. You want to say hi to him? Hmm? Go on. Go on, Mitz. You can't see her right now, but Mitz is in fact right here. Alright. We'll go ahead and have you right here in case you want to say something to the audience. right. Where was I? Okay, it was him who also said that you would not have sex with me on Sonic Messenger, said Sonic to Amy. Yes, I did not talk to you then, spoke Amy back to Sonic. So, how do you actually feel about it? Bro, she just got abducted and tied up. Do you really think this is the right time to ask? Asked Sonic, whose brain was now humming with sex ideas. Shit, I don't know, said Amy, still all worked up. Give me a day. Right now, let's get things right. So Sonic and Amy went back to school where everyone else was besides them. Sonic and Amy saw SBL walking around between a lot of other people. Hey, there you are, said SBO to Sonic and Amy. I had sex with Rouge last night. Do not tell everyone, said SBO, as he's going around telling everyone. Oh, that's right. You did, and I almost forgot, said Sonic. Hear that, Amy? And Amy was like, yup. You gotta tell me all about it later, so I know what to do to Amy. Bro, she just got abducted. What up, Stone Age? How you doing, bro? There's brain rot happening today. Let's see, said Sonic, and then turned around. +1, Sonic asks this in public. I'm very amused. We're reading brain rot. It's a great day. Sonic heard a sound coming from down the hallway where someone was coming. It was a really fat guy that looked so huge to him. The fat guy got closer and closer until they could see who it was. And it was Rouge. Wow, you're so fat now, said SBO. What's that about? Rouge looked mad and surprised at SBO. Well, you got me pregnant, said Rouge. Yeah, go for it, Stone Age. Heck yeah. Let's see. Oh my god, Sonic thought Sonic to himself without saying it with voice. She is pregnancy fat. This means she will have a baby. Yes, presumably that is what that means. Thank you, author. Amy was smiling for real to Rouge. That's so nice. I hope you have a great baby, said Amy. Sonic tried to be a good boyfriend, with space in between it, and said, Hope your baby's cool, and smiled. SBO looked more worried than everybody else. So, I am gonna be your baby's dad, said SBO, worried and excited, both. Better believe it, fag boy, said a voice that sounded just like Shadow's. +10, Rouge somehow is pregnant after having sex with SBO the day before, not to mention the baby is also full term a day afterwards. I'll check it after stream. Thank you very much, dude. Let's see. We're at a sin counter of 268 for this chapter. Oh no, actually, this is just for the whole story, apparently. Alright. Favorite sentence. Better believe it, fag boy. Alright, chapter 8. Things change. Shadow! Sonic shouted. It was Shadow. There. Okay. Surprised to see me, said Shadow. We know what you did to your mother, screamed Amy like a crazy man. It was... Shadow cut her off and did not let her finish the sentence. You did not see anything. I am Shadow, and I know how to commit crimes. You think I have not killed a person before? I have. Shadow crossed his arms and sneered at Amy, looking at her. But I saw you, then Amy said. You saw nothing. I stopped you, Shadow said. It doesn't matter, you were on your way inside your house to kill your mom, said Amy. Amy shook around because she was all nervous and her smaller than Rouge's but still good boobs wiggled a little, and Sonic thought it was cool to see and he wanted to support her. Sonic said he was going to kill his parents to be edgy. Oh my god. I did not kill my mom. I was going in my house to protect her from Dr. Eggman, Shadow said. Ah, okay, said Sonic, and Sonic and Espio went to class because it started, and they are still in the high school hallway. Oh, so we just resolved all of that right now, did we? He just said, nuh-uh, and that's it? All right. The next time I hear anyone say something edgy and then they just go, nuh-uh, I'll just be like, yeah, all right. Yeah, all right. True. Okay, let's see. Where were we? I had to go off on a tangent there. Protector from Dr. Eggman. Okay. He was trying to ship my Ultra Chaos Emerald shards to space so he could collect them in his egg space station, said Shadow to Amy in an explaining way. Oh, okay, they actually do try to explain it. We gotta do something about him. I understand that you had a reason to tie me up, but do not kill your mother, responded Amy. I was only kidding because the other guys were all being too important about themselves, and I do not think that is a good quality for high school students to be. High school students should be nice and caring and not talk about themselves like they are the best, because that will only make us all assholes, which is not what we should be trying to be. Shadow said that to Amy and she understood that he was a good guy and had a reason for tying her up on a bed. Even if he had bad times when he was dark and did crimes in the cityscape. Alright. They both went to class in different directions, so the conversation ended. I mean, presumably, yes. Later after school, Sonic went on Sonic Messenger and talked to Espio. Hey Espio, how are you? Do you know what you're gonna do about being for Rouge's baby? He said to the computer. He said into the computer. Okay, so he didn't type that. He just... He's doing what I do now. He just talks into a computer. Oh, that wasn't existential at all. Listen, Sonic, this is hard for me to say, said Espio into the computer, which went across the internet to Sonic. I want to get Rouge to get an abortion. Abortion. Not an abortion, just a abortion. Sonic was upset because Rouge's baby would not survive it. In fact, Rouge's baby would die. I mean, yeah. That is what happens when you get an abortion. There has to be another way, Espio, said Sonic in Sonic Messenger. If you really want to do it, that's okay too, because it is your decision. Plus 10. What the fuck, Sonic? Good, because I want you to help me. I am going to go to Rouge tomorrow at school and slip her the abortion pill in one of her meals. You will help me by distracting her from me, said Espio then. Apparently there are abortion pills strong enough for full term. Dang it, the person on Fanfic Sins beat me to it. Okay, see you then, said Sonic. The next day happened and Sonic was at lunch. Plus 1 text speech. I won the science competition, but you didn't come, Sonic, said Tails in a sad, mad way. I wanted you to come because I am such a good friend to you, but you did not. But I won anyway without you. Tails was mad at Sonic, which did not usually happen because they were the best friends. Wow, sorry, Tails. I was so busy and I did not know, said Sonic, trying to make Tails happy again. Kiss my ass, Dick! Screamed Tails to Sonic and flew out of the room with his flying tails. This is awful, said Sonic. He is my best friend. Sonic knew this was going to be Sonic knew this was a big problem, but changed his mind to thinking about Rouge and Espio, and then he went over to where Rouge was going to get the abortion pill from Espio. This is so stupid. Vector was there too, which was weird because he was usually not.
Okay, SBO, are you ready?
Said Sonic only to SBO because, you know, you could just change chat lobbies in real life. Or apparently in, Sonic verse real life. You know what I mean. What is my life? SBO shook his head yes. He shook his head yes. So he nodded. He did not shake his head. Or did he do like a diagonal motion? Like, huh. Who's talking here?
Hey, Rouge, how you doing today? How was class? You have lots of homework? What are you eating for lunch?
Sonic said to Rouge to distract her from SBO. Looks like Sonic did it perfectly because while he was asking these things, SBO put the abortion pill into Rouge's salad. Rouge ate salads because she's thin. Rouge answered the questions, but no one was paying attention because they were now glad it was done. +1. Thin people only eat salads. Uh-oh. Oh, uh-oh. What is this? Said Rouge, suddenly looking like a shocked woman. What? What's wrong? Asked SBO. He was worrying that Rouge found the abortion pill in her salad and was looking at it. I think I'm having my baby. Here it comes. Oh no. Rouge said this before she could even eat the abortion pill, so everyone knew the baby was coming for real. Oh no, said all of them together but Rouge. Rouge lied down on the ground and they put a curtain around her so no one could really see what was going on because it was gonna be gross. They could see a baby start to come out of her butt and it was crying a lot. I forgot in Sonic High School Land. Babies come out the butt. Alright. Fair enough. The author's a genius. Coming out of her butt, it was crying a lot. Everyone wanted the baby to shut up already because they were just trying to have lunch. But now there is a baby coming out in the lunchroom in high school. I think my burb is making noise in the other room. Yes, bird noises. Smokey is trying to communicate something to me. Smokey, what is it? I don't know if you guys heard that in the background, but he just said happy birthday. So if it's your birthday today, happy birthday. And let's see. Mrs. Lesson, who was also the school nurse, said, oh, it's not even my birthday. I got another 9-ish months before that happens. Hey, what's up, Kite? You join us now while I'm reading garbage. It's your construction day? I guess one of my parts was manufactured at some point in history on this day. I don't know. I'm gonna have to check that real quick. Excuse me. Yes. It seems that my head antenna was constructed on this day by the EDF. Neat. How's the knee? Oh, you know. Someone told me to break a leg, and then I took it a little too literally. It's not even broken. It has a hairline fracture, but, you know. Yeah. Knee servos. They're gross. Knees are gross. Especially when they don't work. All right, let's see. Mrs. Lesson, who was also the school nurse, said, "Get out of my way, kids. I have to help this baby get out of Rouge. Babies are too weak to do this by themselves." Mrs. Lesson went behind the curtain and helped pull the baby out of Rouge's butt. And it was still crying. Could you believe it? I mean, I'm going to have to take your word for it, author, because, woof. Rouge was exhausted from her baby, but Mrs. Lesson was not. Mrs. Lesson held the baby in her hands while it was still crying and held it out to everyone. You know, like Simba. She held the baby out. It was like, Savanya. She was holding it out. Okay, never mind. I'm not funny. Look at it, said Mrs. Lesson. Everything the light touches is your kingdom. Okay, I'm going to stop with the... Behold, a man. Yep. Mrs. Lesson is now Sonic High School's equivalent of Diogenes the Cynic. Look at it, said Mrs. Lesson. Rouge's baby was red and had long hair and big white fists. Okay, let's check the sins now. Plus 11, no one calls the ambulance for Rouge and the baby comes out of her butt. Also, Mrs. Lesson finds nothing wrong with showing everyone the baby. Sin counter plus 26. We're at a total of 293 sins. Favorite sentence. But if you really want to do it, that's okay too, because it's your decision. Chapter 9. A bunch of babies. Wait, is this the really... Uh-oh. Is this the... Are we getting to one of the other good parts of the story? Uh-oh. What's the score? Are we talking, like, the background music, or are we talking, like, how many sins there are in this story? Let's see. Rouge's baby can... What's with the point system? This is just something that Fanfic Sins does. With really, really terrible fanfics. The person who runs the site literally just, like, adds like little sins to it, kind of like Cinema Sins, just to show like how stupid and or cringe the story is. All right, let's see. Rouge's baby continued to do crying louder than a monster truck. Sonic looked at the baby really close.
Hey, SBO,
said Sonic.
Aren't babies supposed to look like you? Rouge's baby doesn't look like you, but looks like someone else I know.
Sonic rubbed his chin and thought about who it was that it could look like. Yeah, SBO, Rouge's baby looks like Knuckles, said Vector. Cool, I'm gonna go tell him. Vector ran like a crocodile would to find Knuckles to tell him that what he said. Rouge was still on the ground, looking all tired and sore, and Mrs. Lesson was rubbing her butt because it was hurting from the baby that came out when she gave birth to her baby. This dang baby was still crying. Plus 2. Dark Doom Fire Master seems really pissed off that the baby cries, and like before, birth is not out of the butt. I mean, in Sonic High School land it is, apparently. That's how Sonics reproduce. SBL looked worried about it. You guys were right. Why does that baby not look like me? SBL went over to Mrs. Lesson, who was holding the baby still, and looked at it closer, and still could not see himself in the baby. This does not make any sense, said SBO to the baby, because, you know, the baby can understand this. Just then, Vector came out of the door, and there was Knuckles too, huffing and puffing and looking surprised. Knuckles went right to Rouge and looked at the baby. Wagoo! He said, making that sound when he saw the baby. Parenthesis, Rouge's baby, and parenthesis. I mean, there's currently only one baby, so I would hope that's the noise. I would hope that's the baby he saw. That looked like him. The baby was still crying. What is wrong with you? Yelled Knuckles at Rouge. Why did you go and have a baby? Now I gotta be your dad. He kept yelling at her with the maddest feelings. Knuckles thought about his horoscope that he read this morning, and it said, your biggest fear will come true, so you better watch out. He read his horoscope and it said, your biggest fear will come true. You know, that's not as terrible as what we heard earlier with Sonic's fortune cookie prediction. For those of you who don't know what the fortune cookie that Sonic pulled earlier was, it had said, the path to glory lies at the base of your friend's penis. So everyone just gets amazing predictions with their esoteric stuff in this story. Let's see. Gotta go have a baby. Yep, Kite. That face exactly. This story is ridiculous. Let's see. Where was I? Your base fear will come true, so you better watch out. Now he knew what that meant. It was about Rouge's baby, because Knuckles did not want this responsibility. It is harder than having a dog. +2 for stating the obvious. And why does the author have a fascination with fortunes? I swear I didn't pre-read this, but yes. Rouge was tired, and Rouge's baby was crying, but Rouge was crying and scared of Knuckles' volcano rage, and said, I'm sorry, it was supposed to be Espio's baby, I'm sorry, it wasn't because he would not treat me like this, and I ain't gonna be treated this way. Okay, no, never mind. I'm not gonna be doing Cliff Carlisle jokes. What Rouge said sent Knuckles into the next level of his anger. He turned even redder and looked at Espio. You tried to have a baby with her? Rouge is mine. You are not allowed. Knuckles charged at Espio, but Vector held him back. Sonic thought, Vector? Why would you bring him here if you just know it was going to cause trouble? What? Espio said, What? I did not know. You're not boyfriend and girlfriend. Espio seemed scared, but still kind of calm. We are, but it was a secret. Now you have to pay. Knuckles kept trying to get at Espio, but Vector was holding him back. And thank goodness Vector was here. Because he was the captain of the football team and could restrain him like a crocodile seatbelt that could also talk to you. Knuckles could not get to him, and so he said, Tomorrow we will fight. Meet me in the hallway at the end of school and prepare for me to beat on your ass, shit man. I love the words in this story. Knuckles stormed out of the lunchroom and went away. Rouge's baby stopped crying and said, No, come back. You don't have to fight, Espio. But it was too late because Knuckles was so gone by then. +10. Rouge's child can talk despite being born the same day. Truth. Rouge patted her baby on the head and said, You should go to sleep and get your rest, baby. You are probably tired. So Rouge's baby went to sleep and was finally quiet. Espio tried his best to look like a big tough guy and not panic, but he was secretly scared and went back to doing what he was doing before this baby thing happened. So did Sonic too. Like, yep, that happened. Moving on. The rest of the school and getting home from school happened. Sonic did not see Tails or Knuckles for any part of it. Tails was still mad at Sonic. Sonic took out his Sonic phone on his way home and called his girlfriend Amy. Hey, Amy. So, did you decide if you wanted a sex? Said Sonic. You know, said Amy, Sonic, I am just too stressed out and nervous by everything going on in high school. Things are so crazy. Damn, said Sonic, and he hung up the phone and finished getting home. Bro, Sonic sucks as a boyfriend. Sonic needs to have his own little, like, sin counter for being a shit boyfriend. Oh yeah, I know that you just got abducted and, you know, you're traumatized. Wanna fuck? This boy. I swear to God. Okay, let's see. Sonic thought that he would never be true boyfriend and girlfriend with Amy at this rate. It was almost like she had a second boyfriend that Sonic didn't know about, and that was why Amy did not want sex from Sonic. Or, she's just... That's a whole bunch of other can of worms we're not going to get into. Sonic had dinner, and then thought about his friends. Espio and Knuckles were both his friends, but they were intending to fight. What could Sonic do? Sonic figured that they are still both his friend, but he would go and visit Espio, because he was not the one who said to fight, because Knuckles had spikes on his hands. Oh, and because Knuckles had spikes on his hands. That would make it hard to beat him in a fight. Sonic went to Espio's house. Ding dong, said Espio's doorbell. Oh no. Ding dong, said Espio's doorbell. And Sonic waited at the door. Espio showed up at the door and opened it. +1 sin, Espio's doorbell can talk. Hey Sonic, thanks for coming, said Espio to Sonic. You gotta help me prepare for this fight. We could start by learning how to get rid of puncture wounds. I was trying not to look nervous to Knuckles, but actually I was. Also, did you hear about Charmy Bee?
Nope, I did not hear,
said Sonic back to Espio. Knuckles kidnapped that little K and is threatening to hurt him if I don't show up to fight him tomorrow. So I have to now, especially now, because the gods will crush my soul. Wait, because the gods will crush my soul, even if Charmy Bee is an annoying idiot loser, said Espio, then back to Sonic. +5, why the fuck does Charmy hang around these assholes? I have no idea. But they treat him like shit.
Oh no, that's really bad,
said Sonic. Sonic knew this now had to happen too, because his morals were probably the best ever. Author. Sonic's morals are not the best ever. Just saying. Let's see. He did not know Knuckles would stoop to such a mean thing. Sonic and Espio then walked into Espio's house and up the stairs to Espio's bedroom. +10 sins. Sonic's morals are complete shit, and I have given him tons of sins for them. Correct and true. Our other friend is here too, said Espio. Wait, I didn't even do his voice. Our other friend is here too, said Espio, just as he was opening the door to his bedroom. Espio finished opening the door, and there was Tails, who was standing in Espio's room. The moment Tails saw Sonic, his face turned into a salad of anger, the devil, and lava. That's quite the salad. +1, anger, the devil, and lava. My goodness. Okay, Chapter 10, 2 different fights. Author's note. I was going to make this the last chapter, but everyone just loves it. And my brain keeps exploding with new ideas. So I'm going to continue Sonic High School for some longer time and make more chapters. +20 Dark Doomfire for Dark Doomfire Master for not fucking killing this fic at this point. My goodness. I don't know why I laughed like Jonoichi there, but here we go. Sonic High School, Chapter 10, 2 different fights. Why are you here? Screamed Tails with the anger of a million angry birds. Sorry, had to. Sonic was shocked because Tails was his best friend. And Tails was smart. But Tails was super pissed at Sonic for not coming to the science competition, even though they were best friends. Sonic moved his mouth, but words didn't come out because he did not know what to say. Sonic was a mixture of mad and sad and frustrating because he did not know what he could do to get Tails to be his best friend again. At times like this, Sonic thought about Amy's fine body because it set his mind at ease. E. Hold up. Because it set his mind at E. Couldn't resist.
I am here for my friend,
Said Sonic.
Our friend, Espia. We are still friends too, Tails. You are just too mad to see that.
I know what I see, said Tails, kind of screaming. I am so smart. Espio tried to get in between them, even though it was his house that they were in right now, and said, Guys, please, let's just make sure I can fight Knuckles and not get owned. Sonic and Knuckles ignored him for the moment and continued to be in a fuss. Yeah, because that's what this is.
I'm sorry. I am sorry, bro. I don't understand. What can I do to make our friendship the best one ever once again?
Said Sonic to Tails. Tails wiggled his two tails and looked to the side in a thinking way. I don't know, said Tails to Sonic. You know what? Here, take this. Tails took out a blue book from a spot and threw it on the ground in front of Sonic. It was what it was when Sonic looked at it. It was Sonic's journal. +1. Don't tot.
What? How did you get this?
Said Sonic to Tails.
I gave this to Mrs. Lesson before she read about my balls' problems.
I lied. I did not go to the science competition that night. I still went to school, but instead of going to the science competition, I used my science hat of invisibility to sneak into Mrs. Lesson's room and get your journal. It also smelled like squid. I'm sorry. I wanted to get your journal so that no one else could read your business and see your gay ball problems that I know you still have, even though you think you are getting better. I was going to give it back to you, but you were not at the competition like you should have been, even though I'm such a good friend to you. Even now, when I could have been reaching my moment of genius, I was doing a thing for you because I want you to be happy. Tails said to Sonic with a voice of emotion. True poetry. Okay, just one extra sin right there. Sonic did not know what to say. High school drama was so insane to be a part of. Sonic picked up his journal and felt like he was going to cry because he was being an asshole jerk to his best friend who was only trying to make him happy. I mean, you're an asshole jerk all the time, Sonic. This isn't the only instance of you being an asshole. All right, let's see.
Tails, you did not have to do this.
Finally, said Sonic respondingly. What matters is that I did, said Tails. And also that you did not care for my special day because you were too busy trying to be true boyfriend and girlfriend with Amy. Goodbye, Sonic, said Tails right before he flew out Espio's bedroom window with his flying tails. And then he did. I mean, presumably, yes, he did. This is so shitty, said Espio to Sonic, who is now the only other person in his room. I still have to fight Knuckles tomorrow. Your different kind of fight with Tails is just as crazy.
That is for me to figure out with Tails,
said Sonic.
Let's get back to making sure you cannot be defeated by Knuckles.
Sonic and Espio spent all night in Espio's bedroom, reading books and watching videos about fighting and learning how to be the best at it. By the time the night was over, Espio was ready to face Knuckles. +1. Espio speedruns martial arts training. Yep. They went to school on this new day, and school happened and was over now. They were in the hall. That was a jank sentence. What the crap? Where Knuckles said to meet him in a fight. There was a crowd of people around him that included Sonic, who looked worried, Rouge, who had looked worried and with her baby, and Vector, who was smiling. Also in the crowd was Tails, and with him, Cream the rabbit. It was Charmy Bee's girlfriend. Cream was a little woman and pretty smart, but not as smart as Tails. Her boobs were smaller than... Oh my god. Her boobs were smaller than both Amy's and Rouge's, but they were still high quality in their own way. Oh my god, author. It is surprising to most people that a gay like Charmy, I'll save it, was even allowed to have a girlfriend. But it just goes to show you that the impossible is not what you think it is. Oh my god, why does Charmy hang out with these people? SBO jumped over the crowd into the middle where Knuckles was. +6, Charmy isn't gay, he has a girlfriend. Also, is everyone in the school fucking homophobic? Yes. Yes, fanfic sin Sky. Yes, they are. I turned into a Silent Hill monster there for a second. Don't look into that. So you decided to come anyway, said Knuckles, even though you know your ass is going to get torn up by my moves. +1. I do not want to fight you, Knuckles, said SBO to Knuckles, but I am doing this for Charmy and Rouge. I am doing this for Charmy because you kidnapped him, and for Rouge because you do not respect her baby. +1. Now people care about Charmy? Good point. Good point, Sins Guy. Then let's do this, said Knuckles. Knuckles charged at SBO with his fists like an elephant running at a hunter trying to kill him for his powers. Elephant superpowers. But SBO jumped out of the way and onto the wall like a pro jumper, which he learned how to do last night. SBO jumped at Knuckles with a kick move, and Knuckles punched at his foot, and they met with a purple and red explosion of power that knocked them both back. So now we're getting into DBZ fighting, okay. They continued to jump around and attack each other, and they did this for a while. It was difficult to watch for everyone. Rouge was in the crowd with her baby. This is so difficult to watch, said Rouge. Violence should not be a solution to conflict. I don't remember the baby's voice, so I'm just going to keep changing it as I see fit. Said Rouge's baby, peeking out between his hands. +1. What the fuck? Not only is Rouge's baby talking, he's preaching nonviolence. You're right. Why do people do this like this? I hate it, said Rouge to Rouge's baby. Rouge had become a different person since she had a baby. She used to be only sexy. Now Rouge was sexy and matronly. Yes, fuck this evil world, said Rouge's baby. Rouge then revealed her boob to her baby and had him eat from it as a baby would do. Rouge's baby thought this was the best part about being a baby because not everyone would get cool boobs like this delivered to them on their doorstep like a milkman. What? Babies did not have to worry about much to worry about anyway, so Rouge's ace boobs made a very nice reality for a baby. I have a feeling, said Rouge's baby. You should lie down and relax. So Rouge lied down on her back and the fight continued to go on. +1. That was fucking creepy as hell for a description of breastfeeding. I agree. Good God. Knuckles and SBO were both bloody and gross looking, like two waiters who were holding messy foods. And then they walked into each other, causing the meals to launch into the air and then fall down on them and ruin the nice clothes they got from the store. What? They were breathing hard and were tired. They kept going, jumping and kicking and punching and running. It looked like two people doing a dance, but hitting each other also. Knuckles kicked his feet out at SBO, but SBO jumped up and dodged them and came back down and hit Knuckles in the mouth and knocked him into the floor/ground. You know, yeah.
Is this enough? Are we done?
Shouted SBO to Knuckles.
How will this ever end?
Knuckles looked up from the grounded SBO standing over him. Knuckles had a twinkle in his eye. No, wait. That says a Twinkie. You know, don't you all ever get like that hostess look in your eyes? Knuckles had a Twinkie in his eye as he looked up at SBO and crawled towards him. SBO did not do anything but watch him and feel dangerous.
Come closer,
said Knuckles in a whisper voice. So SBO bent down and put his face to Knuckles's. Knuckles looked up and down SBO's sweaty purple body and into his eyes and said,
I respect you.
And then grabbed his face as gentle as a deer and kissed him on the mouth. When Knuckles kissed him, he did it extra hard, sometimes with his eyes shut and sometimes looking into SBO's deep yellow eyes that looked like a circus of loving men. Hold up. I really just want you guys to know that this is a thing. Hang on. Is there one? No. Close enough. Just keep this image in mind for this entire scene. This right here. Just keep this in mind. I'm ruining my search history for you people. Nah, I'm actually having a lot of fun. This is hilarious. Let's see. Circus of Loving Men. Where is that? Their tongues met in the middle of their mouths like two chicken cutlets that were acting like cats that loved each other. When SBO was watching fighting videos last night, he was not expecting he was going to have to do kissing too, but he liked it. It went on kissing for a full minute while everyone watched, wondering if they were done fighting or just taking a break to kiss. Okay. You know, whenever I got into a fight in high school, we always took 10 to make out. It's fine. Finally, the back part of Knuckles' body began to lift off the ground while his mouth was still making out with SBO. Eventually, the power became so strong that his mouth was removed from SBO, and their split was like a shiny extension cord that connected an appliance to a wall outlet. Knuckles then began to glow while floating in the air, and the whole place became a little windy. +5. For someone who's homophobic, that's a really in-depth explanation of two men kissing. On the side, Tails said to Cream, "Wow, I know what this is. This is a rare moment of science we will probably never see again in a lifetime or ever. It is called a body donation, and it was invented by Einstein." For those who don't know, he means Einstein. It is when someone reaches a moment of such powerful love that they can choose to restart their lives as a part of the person they love. Einstein invented this by making his wife love him so much that that one night during a romance pasta dinner, she became a baby that was like him. But then he killed his wife, the baby, because he thought it was too dangerous to have her live on in the world without testing it in a laboratory first. It is a fact that if it looks like magic, it is not magic. It is science, so deal with it. +10. What the actual fuck just happened? I don't know, but I love this part. It's so funny. Knuckles glided on the wind forward through the crowd through the crowd of people in front of him and into Rouge's mouth, where he disappeared into. It was a good thing Rouge's baby had premonitions and told her to lie down, as then Knuckles did a U-turn in Rouge's sex-filled body and came out of her butt as a newborn baby that looked like Espio. This was all science. +1. Knuckles comes out of Rouge's butt through her mouth with a U-turn. Oh dear. Sorry about that. I forgot how funny the scene was. Oh my god. Oh, I don't think... Listen, I learned my lesson from Star Kit's prophecy. This is a good sign that I should probably stop. So, I think I'm gonna. But let's just unpack what happened here for a sec. Oh my god. We just experienced art. Because, you know, anything that looks like magic is all science. All of it. You know that wizard who throws fireballs? Science. You just don't know it yet. It's all science. But anyway, oh my god. I ended up burping. I'm gross, but not as gross as this story. My goodness. Alright. If any of y'all are still watching, which I don't think anyone is anymore, because this story is terrible. But I love terrible. And I will continue to do this, because I'm a purveyor of the terrible, as I mentioned earlier. So yeah. We did some Sonic High School. This is an adventure and a half, let me tell you. And yeah. I'm going to call it there because I need some grief time. And maybe later today I'll do some more Mech Warrior to wash the terrible out of my mouth and earn some C-bills. Anyway. Thank you all so much for watching. If you like what I do, check me out on YouTube or my Twitter. I do bad fan fiction reading every Monday, so if you want to avoid the brain rot that is Sonic High School, because we're going to finish this, and as Mr. Jason said earlier, we're probably going to do Sonichu at some point, but not today. Not for a while. I still have a lot of garbage to sift through. Anyway, thank you all so much for watching, and I will see you all in the next one. Peace out, y'all.